The call to advocate on behalf of, to care for our neighbors, especially those who are impacted by injustice, is for all Christians. But the reality is that there are things and ways that an attorney can advocate for those in those situations that simply other Christians cannot. So when we talk about legal first responders, the way our system is set up in America is you must have a law license, right? To walk into a courtroom and to actually open your mouth on behalf of another, which is the definition of advocating. My name is Annie Becker. I am the Director of Christian Legal Aid at Christian Legal Society. The mission of Christian Legal Aid is really to equip and encourage all Christian attorneys to be able to respond to God's call in Scripture to care for the vulnerable among us.
My name is Seth Shannon. I am the Director of Legal Aid at the Mission First Legal Aid Office in Jackson, Mississippi. So the mission of the Mission First Legal Aid Office is to show and share the love of Jesus. We know that there's a need for legal assistance, that attorneys are expensive, that there's a lot of people with limited means to afford an attorney. And so as Christians, we want to be able to meet that need.
So one of the really unique things about Christian Legal Aid is that we want to work with people as they wrestle and discern what God is calling them to. We don't have one prescriptive model. And so we get to interact with people in all different, forms of organizations, models, and missions. So when Nate got connected with Christian Legal Aid, one of the most important things about CLS is that we're a national network of attorneys. And so the reason I think that this partnership is so effective is because the Joseph Project has laid the groundwork. As they get access, as they're able to come to CLS conferences and just meet attorneys from all over the country, they can get the word out about what's happening and how an attorney from California or Florida or Michigan can be someone on a referral directory without feeling like they have to reinvent the wheel.
The partnership and collaboration between the Joseph Project and Mission First, they've contacted us with a legal need. And I asked for some information, some follow-up details. They had all that information, everything that I needed, sent it over to me. Couldn't have been any easier.
In Scripture, we see a clear command to open your mouth and be a voice for the voiceless. But my friend in my small group can't do that in the way that I can with a law license. And you might have a church or a group of people that have a huge heart for this and are able to support survivors in so many ways. But to actually clear the barriers that are legal, you need attorneys. You have to have lawyers.
We are images of God, and trafficking of people is disrespectful to those individuals, but it is disrespectful to God to treat His image bearers in that way. And so I think it is crucial for all of us to do what we can to fight against that, to bring justice to those situations.
Sometimes I think that big headlines and big topics like human trafficking feel like really far away concepts, and people imagine them as, oh, I'm really, really sorry to hear that that is happening over there. I think what the Joseph Project is doing is acknowledging that no, human trafficking is happening now and it's happening here. It's actually happening in places that, one, impacts my direct neighbor, and two, is in a jurisdiction or a place where I am equipped and I have an ability to do something about. And I think there's a lot of power in not needing to know how the whole thing can be solved, but in actually just taking that first step.